Hey, what's up, you guys? WWE fan 0599 here again, and today we're going to review Star Trek Into Darkness. So, Star Trek Into Darkness stars Chris Pine, Zoe Saldana, Zachary Quinto, Carl Urban, Simon Pegg, John Cho, Anton Yelton, Peter Weller, Alice Eve, and Benedict Cumberbatch. And what this film is about, it's about when this unstoppable force named Khan is basically trying to destroy the U.S. Enterprise and all of, the galaxy and stuff. It's up to Kirk and the rest of the team to try and stop Khan. So, what did I think of Star Trek Into Darkness? Like I said, I really enjoyed the first movie. I'm not really the biggest Star Trek fan. I never really got into the series. I never really watched any of the TV series, any of the older films. Never really had any interest in watching them. And then, of course, like I said, I watched the first movie. Really enjoyed it. It was a really fun and enjoyable film. However, I think this sequel is much better. I will say it is a much better sequel than the original film. And it was great. So, shall we begin with my positives? And my positives are, first being the acting. The acting was really good in the film. I thought everybody did a really good job in this movie. Chris Pine as, James T. Kirk. He was great. I thought he did a great job. Once again, my favorite character in the entire film. Just the dude is so suave and so awesome. He's just awesome, okay? James T. Kirk is starting to become one of my favorite characters now because just the way Chris Pine plays him, he just plays him so smooth, so natural-like, and it's great. I thought he did a great job in the film. Same goes with Zachary Quinto as Spock. Great also. He does a great job as Spock. I really enjoy him in the film. I thought he did a great job as well. Same goes for Zoe Saldana. Zoe Saldana was great. Carl Urban was great. He did a great job. Simon Pegg, who I apologize for not mentioning in the last review, because he was actually one of the best things about the original Star Trek. He's one of the best things about this movie as well, because I really enjoyed him in this movie as well. He was great in this movie as well. John Cho was great. Anton Yelton was great as well. Peter Weller was great. It was great to see Peter Weller again because Peter Weller hasn't really done too much lately, honestly. So it was great to see him in the movie again. Alice Eve, she was really good. I find it funny that everybody made a huge deal out of that scene where she's in her bra and panties, even though it was actually perfectly suited for James's character because he's a ladies' man and you just couldn't help to look. And I thought it was a very funny scene, so I don't really get what's the controversy behind that scene. But, I enjoyed Alice Eve, she was good. And Benedict Cumberbatch as Khan. I thought he was really good. I really enjoyed Benedict Cumberbatch as Khan. I didn't love him as Khan, but he was really good. I thought he was really enjoyable. The action was great. I thought the action was very well handled. Definitely some great action in my opinion. Love the whole space battles and stuff and some of the fight scenes that the movie has. I thought it was great. It had some really great action. Like I said, I love the dynamic between Kirk and Spock. It definitely shows more that they have a friendship in this movie. And it's great. I just love their back and forth with each other. It's definitely great. I love the back and forth between both characters in this film. The writing's great. I thought the writing was great with the film. The directing was absolutely fantastic. It's directed by J.J. Abrams. I just love the directing with the film. The directing is absolutely incredible. I think J.J. Abrams does a great job directing this movie. The villain was actually really good. And, unlike the last movie where the villain was just there to be the sake for being a villain, the villain was actually had a, actual purpose, had an actual motive, and I like that. And I thought Benedict Cumberbatch did a really good job as Khan. I didn't think he was a great villain, like an absolutely incredible villain, but I will say this, he was a really good villain, and he did a really good job for what he had, and he was really enjoyable. So yeah. The visual effects are great in my opinion. I love the visual effects with this film. And the pacing was really good for the most part. I thought it was very fast paced. For the most part, the movie's 2 hours and 12 minutes. And I thought the movie was very fast paced for the most part, honestly. Now let's get into my negatives. And my negatives are, first being the pacing. The pacing is a little bit slow, in my opinion. There were some times where I was bored in the movie. Just a few. I just felt that the movie was slow at times. I thought it just really wasn't all that interesting. So yeah. Next being that there's a thing that they do with the villain in this movie that is so cliched that I was just like, really? Did we have to have it for this movie? I'm not gonna spoil it just in case if you haven't seen this movie, but just something that they do in this movie with the villain was just so cliched, and I was just like, really, did you have to do that with the villain? I just didn't really like it. So overall, guys, Star Trek Into Darkness was a great sequel. I thought it was much better than the original film, in my opinion. I thought they improved a little bit more on this one. I thought they did a great job. So yeah. So it's time for my official grade on Star Trek Into Darkness. And my official grade on Star Trek Into Darkness is an A-. Great sequel. Really enjoyed it. I cannot wait for Star Trek Beyond. Hope that's good. So yeah, Star Trek Into Darkness, great sequel. So what do you guys think of Star Trek Into Darkness? Leave it in the comment section below. I'm WWE Fan 599, and we'll see you about later. Peace.